Alright, Patreon family, welcome to another video from Paris. At this point, we're really enjoying these neighborhood tours. I'm not even sure if you guys are gonna like it or you're gonna watch it, but we're gonna shoot it. In fact, Janek and I were talking about it. Janek is behind the camera right now. Janek, please say hi.
Hi everyone, my name is Janak.
My name is Janek. We're gonna call these tours, or we're gonna call this little Patreon channel Neighborhood Boys. We're just going out to the neighborhoods and showcasing you the atmosphere, the surroundings. Now, we're coming to you from our second shoot. It's this amazing property that is part of 16e arrondissement. And anybody that's watching this video who's from France, please let me know how was my pronunciation. So it's part of the 16th district. It's a little bit outside of Paris. It's still within Paris, but it's a very affluent area, very residential, beautiful architecture. We're currently in a park right now, and I'm actually gonna take you guys all the way to the unit. So we're just gonna take a little stroll, feel the vibe, feel the energy, which as you can see, very calm, very peaceful, and a lot of charm, definitely a lot of charm. Now, beyond the location, I wanna talk about the building. The building itself consists of 6 structures. So it's a massive complex, and it was built by Jean Walter, or it was designed by Jean Walter, who's a famous architect, and he had this insane vision. I would say for the time that they built this building, which was in the 30s, this was a revolutionary building, and it has qualities, and in fact, one quality that is way ahead of its time, which is super cool. So the architecture, and Janek, let's quietly pan towards that side. Let me get right in front of you for a second. So that's the building. This is the structure that we're gonna be going into, and they have 6 of them in total. It's a massive complex, and underneath these structures is a one big parking garage that feels like a community. It's so big there. And given that it was done in 1930s, the facade looks very modern. We have limestone, massive oversized windows, and the top floors, which I'm assuming are penthouses, have these really cool rooftop decks and balconies. The unit that we're touring, Janek, actually, why don't we continue? The unit that we're touring is not a penthouse. It's actually a second floor unit that is right there. And it's an exciting building. Now you may ask, by the way, we're crossing the road on the red light, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Now you may ask, Enes, why you guys chose this location, or why this apartment? Well, as we've been doing this for the last 6 years, I would like to think that we did a pretty good job showcasing some insane assets. But after a while, even though a home might have a very expensive price tag or might have extravagant finishes, it's hard to find unique properties. And this particular residence is quite interesting. The way it's designed, the story of the building. It was developed by Cojumat, and we have a long history with Cojumat. We toured Palais Venetian, Palais Rose, their home in Paris that I can't remember the name of. So we toured 3 properties of this developer, and they do an exceptional job. They have a very distinct taste, and they have a ton of expertise when it comes to remodeling these historic landmark buildings, these challenging projects really that no one wants to touch, and they always take on the project. So now let's go across the street. I really like the area because Paris, or central Paris, can get quite hectic. And here there's a level of seclusion, level of calmness, and level of tranquility. It definitely feels residential. Janek, be fast. And the building itself looks really cool. Also keep in mind, we have a ton of embassies, a ton of political buildings, museums around us. So this is definitely a very exquisite neighborhood. Now, this is the entry to our building. Let me quickly passcode us in. So this is the first gate, or the entry door, and then you arrive to this kind of grand lobby. You can see the same limestone on the interior, this red carpet. It is also chic. And then you come over here and you find your apartment, and I hope someone will let us in. All right, come on in. I have to say, the lobby of the building is quite powerful. These limestone walls, wide hallways, stone floors, and they're liking their lighting very dim and low here. I don't know why. In fact, as you walk towards the staircase, it gets quite dark, and you can either take the staircase, but of course, Janek and I are a little tired, so we're gonna take the elevator. And given that this building was constructed in 1930s, I'm assuming They didn't have elevators back then. So they installed these elevators, which I'm assuming in the 40s, 50s maybe. And they're retro, but they're in extremely good condition. The door is very heavy. And of course, Janek and I are not gonna avoid being awkward and being like literally a foot from each other. We're gonna take this ride with us. You're gonna take this ride with us. Janek, thoughts?
What do you think about that automated door that's inside, the glass door?
Well, for a safety feature, you gotta enclose the space, you know? What do you think of the building?
I think the building's solid.
Solid.
It's solid. It does not look like it's a 100-year-old building. It's been kept really well.
Yes.
And apart from that, the stone outside, it looks like it's brand new.
Yes. No, I don't think this limestone is, to be honest with you, original. I think they probably resurfaced the building at some point, interior and exterior, but it looks very modern. It looks very timeless at the moment. That was our elevator, and this is our unit. Now, we're gonna give you a little sneak peek, show you some of the rooms, some of the spaces. Come on in. It has an amazing open floor plan. Arman is working, looking at the footage that we shot yesterday. Foyer, dining area, living room. And I'm not gonna show this amenity that this unit and this building comes with, but I promise you, I personally have never seen anything like it. And there's a good chance that most of you, 99% of you, have never seen a design like this when it comes to a residential building, residential tower. So definitely make sure to watch this episode and leave a comment below. What do you think of this feature when you see it? Was it as important or impressive as I hyped it up to be, or it didn't live up to the hype? You guys be the judge. I'm gonna do another video on the dining area, actually, for our Patreon members, because on the tour I kept it nice and short, but there are a ton of details there. So I'm gonna talk about the dining area as well. Make sure to watch that video on Patreon too. And thank you guys for being part of it. And let me know if you want me to do more of these neighborhood tours, these more casual walkthroughs. See you.